Whiz Kids has a title, and I saw it, and now I'm going to talk about it. Dungeons & Dragons, Trials of Tempus. This is for 2 to 8 players, ages 14 and up, and could take you up to 120 minutes to play. Dungeons & Dragons, Trials of Tempus is a cooperative, team-based game for 2 to 8 players where the rival parties of heroic adventurers battle to prove their worth and mettle in the ever-changing battle realms of Tempus, god of war. Choose your hero wisely, for their skills and allies that you need to conquer each trial will never be the same, and the guardian that awaits you all at the end will surely test the limits of your bravery. Or is it your cunning? The trial will tell. To win, you and your party must work together to earn more victory points than your rivals by competing with quests and gathering loot. Finally, you must defeat the trial guardian. Whichever party has the most victory points when the trial guardian falls will win the trial. Whiz Kids certainly knows how to dig their heels into the dirt and make something sound epic, don't they? So yeah, I came across this, and I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for Dungeons & Dragons games, whether it's RPG or a board game version of it, a card game, a dice game. If it says Dungeons & Dragons, I'm interested in it. So that's the first thing that leapt at me, and I started thinking, is this going to end up on my gaming radar? Eventually my shelf? My table? Let's find out what I found out. So the idea, and it's popular now because of the movie, right? Even though it's an old idea. The concept that it is a team versus another team or teams in this competition, instead of actually just individuals against other individuals. That's a standout. Although this isn't a new concept in literature or gaming, it's still not an overly done one a lot, I think, especially in board games, at least. It's not an overly done concept. So that's refreshing to me, and another reason why it is that checkbox to go on my gaming radar. Now, one of the things that really just creates this complete aura of replayability in the game is the fact that there's no set encounters in this game. No, everything is done by random encounters. What old school D&D was called, everything is a wandering monster chart. And it will keep things actively on your toes at all times, because you're never going to know what's coming when. I like that. It does give a feel back to the old days. Now, the miniatures I've seen with this game do look absolutely amazing, and I like to point that out when they are, even though I'm not a painter. Anyone out there that does paint miniatures, these are screaming for you to work on them. Now, something that I've seen in other games, in fact, even in other Dungeons & Dragons board games, but still, nonetheless, it's something I really do enjoy for the exact reason that it's there. And that's the use of like an event deck. Some games call maybe an encounter decks and stuff, but they're there to spice things up, to change up the environment, the landscape, or something like that, to keep it changing and sometimes deadly. And that is something else, as I said before, that will keep you on your toes, strategically speaking, because you never know when your advantage or disadvantage in a particular area or a place is going to alter and change. This little bit of chaos, it does add that touch of tension that I often talk about enjoying in games. To see that there's yet another in this ever-growing, shelving unit of Dungeons & Dragons board games is amazing, and I just can't get enough of the title, the concept, the idea. So altogether, this cannot not be on my radar. But don't listen to influencers. Go get your own information, find out more, and maybe you too, and you'll find a reason to get on your shelf Dungeons & Dragons Trials of Tempus.